The crown is yours. Sharp Money presented by DraftKings, VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Got a lot to do. As you got 2 on the ice, we just talked about those, and 2 on the wood. Let's go to the NBA and talk about these games tonight. Let's see if these numbers have moved. So Oklahoma City's 3.5, 218.5 on the total. So let's talk about this one, big guy. Maxi Kleber not being there is huge when it comes to spacing and defense, and he was great in the last series. So immediately, P.J. Washington, they transitioned to a small ball center type of lineup with P.J. I think you and I are simpatico. I'm going straight to P.J. Usage is going to be up. Minutes are going to be up. You could also go they'll use Derek Jones Jr. more as well, and you could look to Gafford. But P.J. Washington, last time I checked his points and rebounds, I know you're with me here, was 16.5. I love that on P.J. Washington tonight.
Yeah, look, that's the play I love. I think when you look without Kleber in the lineup, also there's an aspect of OKC. We saw it with Valanciunas where a traditional 5 can get run off the floor at times with them, although I do think Gafford is a 5 who can run as well, and I'll have a prop on him tonight. But when it comes to P.J. Washington, I think we're going to see him more at that 4, stretch 5 even at times. 3 games without Kleber in the lineup. He dropped 41, 29, and 11 for his PR points and rebounds combined. Now, one was without Luka, the 41. The 11 was in a blowout win versus the Spurs. We average that all together. One makes up for the other. We're looking at about 27 there. Obviously, we only need him to go over 16.5. And Oklahoma City allows the second most rebounds to power forwards, and I think he's going to be slotted into that spot a little bit more than usual without Kleber in the lineup. So I'm all about P.J. Washington in this game.
P.J. going to be eaten. I totally agree. I thought 16.5 was light. A couple of things on the game. So they met 4 times, the Mavs and Thunder in the regular season. OKC won 3. However, the last one they won by 50 when the Mavs didn't even have Doncic or Kyrie. So don't look at that. Yep. This really comes down to youth versus experience. Like, this OKC team is young. They're rested. They've got a good home court. The Mavs, we'll see how Luka's knee is. We'll see how his flu is. I'm guessing he's over the flu by now. Here's one thing to focus on, and I like the angle from Randall earlier today, focusing on not Luka, but Kyrie, because Lou Dort is a top 3 defender in the game, and he is going to be all over Luka. I think Luka's going to go nuts, double-digit assists throughout the series, and I think Kyrie's going to be the benefactor of not having to face Dort, and that's going to be on Luka. Now, Luka's going to get his, but his numbers are always inflated in the prop market.
Yep, they're really high. They're always around 50 for his combo points, rebounds, and assists. And Kyrie showed you, when they need Kyrie to carry the load, he has no problem still getting it done. Can score from anywhere. He's a threat to get a bucket. No matter how tight you think the window is defensively, he can get through in the paint and score at will whenever. My other prop here, by the way, Patrick, Gafford over 6.5 rebounds. Thunder.
Hey.
We're talking about 2 things catching up with the Thunder. The lack of veterans and the leadership that goes with that. The other thing is not having anyone on the roster who can play the traditional 5, and Gafford can do that. Thunder allowed the 5th most rebounds to opposing centers. He had 15 last game versus the Thunder. He had 9 when he stood with Washington against OKC. More minutes for Gafford potentially, and I think he's going to own the glass.
All right, before we move on from Mavs Thunder, let's check in with E.J. Radick on this one. Let's move on to the Cavs Celtics. That's for the big guy. That is for the big guy. Okay, so game 2 against the Heat. I know Celtics fans want to continue to point to it was a shooting anomaly, and the Heat went nuts. You know my answer. You still have to beat the Heat. I don't care if they make 100 threes. A lot of that has to do with your perimeter defense. Last time I checked. However, the Celtics were dominant outside that game. Now, the Heat were completely shorthanded. The other 4 games, they were double-digit favorites and covered in all of them. The Cavs, Sunday, played in a Game 7, needed to turn it on in the second half. They were down 10 at the break. Randall said he's not concerned about a rest situation here, but I am. Like, the Cavaliers were completely toast. Mitchell played a ton in that game. Jared Allen is the question. Randall seems to think he's going to play. I've still got him as questionable. Who knows? He's missed the last 3 games.
Yeah, and it's a rib injury, which impacts what he does best, which is grab rebounds, reaching up, obviously. And if he can't play, it eliminates everything they want to do defensively with those two big guys down low who are both really good defenders, really good at limiting second chances for your opponent and getting you second chances on the other end. I think Jared Allen, if Cleveland has any chance of covering this spread, has to be in the lineup for Cleveland.
Hey, by the way, big guy, the Celtics, would you agree they're better than the Magic?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, the Cavs lost 3 games in Orlando by a combined 68 points. So have fun in Boston.
Yeah, bad on the road. Bad on the road. Kind of a mentally weak team.
We've got Halterman and Bowman. You want to give your quick play real quick and we'll get to them?
It's all because Porzingis isn't playing. Derek White over 25.5 combined PRA. Jaylen Brown over 23.5 points. Those are the 2 plays.
Yeah, and I like White over 15.5 points.
Yeah.
Let's do Halterman first.
All right.
RacingDudes.com, the Plus Money Prince, my guy, Aaron Halterman, Dudes Who Bet Sports as well. And here is Aaron Halterman's family vid of the day.
What's up, Sharp Money? Let's go back to the ice today for my best bet of the day. I'm going to go Carolina Hurricanes, New York Rangers. Under a goal and a half in the first period, the Mike Somich special. I'm going to go back to it here. It has been money for most of the playoffs, especially as we went on later into the rounds. You've seen that under a goal and a half first period get very hot. I think tonight, specifically in this Carolina-New York game, I think you're going to see a nice bounce back from Carolina, and I think they do that by getting defensive. I think the last game was a little too wide open for their style. I think they're going to want to slow this game back down, get a goal early, play.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world. Please stand by for a special presentation of Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
And we welcome you to Pavlansky Field here on the campus of Poland Seminary High School, as Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 Network are proud to bring to you Poland Bulldogs men's lacrosse here on this Tuesday afternoon. And the Bulldogs at 4-7, they look to improve. They take on the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals, coming in at 5-8. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with the coach Bob Gessler and Justine Carney up here in the box, getting ready for action here. It is senior night for the Poland Bulldogs, coach. Always a big time here, and that's going to be the last regular season game. We believe there'll be a playoff game, but that's always a special night when it's going to be your last game in your home.
Yeah, it's nice, and the parents come, and makes players feel good when stands are loaded, and it's kind of the last hurrah for the players.
So we did hear the introductions of the seniors earlier in the evening. There were some humorous things that we heard coming on there, some of their favorite moments, and one of them was beating Mooney. Of course, they're taking on the Cardinals tonight here. And this will be the second meeting between these two teams. And back on April 20th, Poland would get the 10-5 win over at Mooney High School. Mooney looking to return the favor. Again, 5-8. Both teams look like they may be looking to make at least a first-round appearance in the playoffs, as we'll see here coming up over in And for these two teams, it'd be Region 6, Division 2 for those teams. Smaller divisions, not like football. So,
Right.
but a great experience here as these guys, Poland really kind of developing. Lost a heartbreaker last week to Canfield in the last 6 seconds. So we'll see if they can build on that and give the seniors I guess a good goodbye, maybe.
Yeah, well, it's last game of regular season. That's at home, so yeah, you want to go out on your home field with a win. That always makes it nicer. Absolutely.
And certainly an up-and-down season for Poland. Again, a lot of new faces here and new head coach here in Kincaid Marakovich, who I think overall has done a great job. Young coach, and he's going to learn as well as the players. It's certainly a program that is developing and a sport that is really growing in our area.
Yeah, and you know what? And this is my attitude. If you finish a season at 500 as a new coach, bringing your own program in, I mean, that makes a big difference. It really, really does.
And you certainly know from experience that it's not always easy coming in here, making those changes. And when you talk about former coaches here, ironically, Dennis Schweers, former head coach of the Poland boys lacrosse team, just walked in and had a seat. So, again, Dennis Schweers doing an excellent job in establishing the program.
Absolutely.
Number 4, senior Nick.
So we'll take a look at the seniors for tonight in Poland. Usually we'll give you the starters. However, we'll talk about the seniors tonight especially. And we'll start with number 0, Jacob Zura on attack. It'll be number 1, Giovanni Beato. Beato. I'm going to get that right. It's only the last game of the season.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit more practice, you'll get it.
It'll be number 5, Caden Cadcut. And it'll be at number 8, Cole Eaton. Number 9, Jake Rothenbuehler. And number 11, the face-off specialist, George Malis. Mooney being introduced now. And Poland coming in at 5-8. Poland with the 10-5 win on a very cool evening over there, as Justine will remember. As we sat it was windy that day, but kind of reminds you of a fall day, Coach, here as they introduced the seniors from Poland High School. We'll listen in on this.
Number 5, senior Caden Catcock. Number 6, sophomore Connor Mold. Number 8, senior Cole Eaton. Number 9, senior Jake Rothenbuehler. Number 10, freshman Max O'Brien. Number 11, senior George Malis. Number 12, junior Connor Casey. Number 23, junior Ralph Mold. The Bulldogs are coached by Kincaid Marakovich, assisted by Justin Blasco, Matt Harrell, and Liam Morrison. At this time, if you are able, would you please rise and kindly remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
The introduction of the Poland Bulldogs and our nation's national anthem as we get closer to face-off here at Pawlański Field in Poland. And certainly towards the end of the season here, we're going to talk about some of the highlights here. We're going to talk about Connor Mold, who probably the best physical athlete on the field. But not only that, his brother Ralph Mold, first year in net coach, learning curve there. It's not easy stopping those balls coming at you at 100 miles an hour, but he's really improved over the season.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. He started out a little shaky, but I'll tell you what, he's, like as you say, Jim, it really improved. And Poland's young, new coach, they're going to get better. The record doesn't show, but I'll tell you what, people, they do. They play hard. They're always around the ball. They've got to clean up some of the stuff. But, again, first year as a coach, he's going to get it done. Preseason, I'm sure he's going to be helping these guys out, whoever can, if they're not going on to play football or later on basketball. But he's got a good set here, young guys. And all I can say is I hope he gets some more players in. So, again, he could build the team.
Yeah, Kincaid Marakovich in his first year here as head coach of the Poland Bulldogs. Played for Mount Union College. The captain with the lacrosse team there. Had an opportunity a couple weeks ago to speak with his father, who of course, very proud of his son doing a great job here. He's very young, and this is something he can really grow into. So we're pretty excited as Mr. Snyder joins us here, coming in the press box. Good to see him.
Mr. Snyder, how are you?
So face-off just seconds away here from Pavlinsky Field in Poland.
I got to say, I'm up here in the booth, and when I was down on the field before a game, when they played that national anthem, it was always, my stomach would be churning, and it still does. I get the jitters.
Kind of when it got real. George Malis now going to almost won this one, going to lose it on the carpet, and it'll be picked up by Poland. So a face-off win for the senior. As Alex Cook making his way to the field, we'll start this one up with Connor Mold up high. It'll be a single high attack. He'll wait to set this one up here, just underway here, first quarter. Poland 4-7, Mooney 5-8. As he'll get this to Cole Eaton to the near side, and they'll return that back to Mold. Mold over to Cook. Cook sending it back to Ike. Ike from the X position. Under some pressure. That's going to be Connor Casey at the X. And back up to Connor Mold. Mold from the high spot. He'll move to the near side. Send it back over to Sabrian. Max Sabrian, the freshman, stepping up this year as well. He'll be a building block for this team. Eaton now was looking for the shot. He'll get it to Mold. Mold takes the golf shot, and it's going to go wide right of the cage, out of bounds. 11:01 of the first quarter. Connor Mold takes the first shot of the game, and so far it's been an all-Poland possession.
Yeah, they set that up very nicely and got him in the seam. Guy really thought that was going to go in.
Cole Eaton now trying to work with three black jerseys. Mooney wearing their all-black shot, and it's going to go off of a player. And that's going to be Mold with the rebound shot. Puts it in. Poland takes a 1-0 lead, 10:46 of the first quarter, and that is the start that they need. Poland has a little trouble playing from behind, but they really do better when they get that fast start.
Yeah, that was a nice job. It looked like, did he make that first initial shot on that? I didn't see who actually made that shot, or was it him?
It was hard to tell, but it looked like he got the rebound.
Yeah, he got the rebound for sure, and was able to score. That's a great job. Great job by Poland.
So the outstanding sophomore puts Poland up 1-0. Poland going to win this one as well. Cole Eaton now to the far side. He'll bring this one down the hash marks, work around the pick of Connor Mold, and he'll get it out to Mold. He just picked up the first goal of the game. Alex Cook making his way to the field. Poland defenseman sitting over here getting cold, Coach. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, and you know what? And Malis did a great job. That's two that he's won, and that's what we needed. On the face-off. Get the ball in our hands on our side. That's what we need.
Connor Casey now out to Eaton. Eaton back up high to Mold. Mold again, a single attack here as Malis now works it down to Eaton. He's looking for that seam, but it'll be Mold with the second shot. It's going to go in. He had a golf shot there, Coach.
Yeah, he had nobody in front of him, and you know what? I was hoping he was going to take that. He had a clear shot. There was somebody in front of the net, but I thought, go for it, and he did, and he got it in there. This is what Poland needs. They need to start fast on every game, and that's what hurts us.
And certainly, I'm excited to see Connor Mold in a couple of years as a senior.
Yeah.
As this is not his first sport, but he has grown into it, and he's taken to it very easily. Poland now going to win this one again as Cole Eaton will pick this up from the defensive zone. Will Craven been on the field for about 3 seconds to make his way back to the sideline, and that's a good problem.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, stay there, young man. We want it on that side for a change.
Mold now again a single high attack, getting it down in Nicole Eaton trying to work into the slot. Nobody there. Their ball's going to be loose, and it'll be recovered by Mold. He'll take it to the outside, to the far sideline.
Get a little soccer play there.
Eaton with a nice move to the left side, but he's going to be stopped by the Mooney defense. Mooney in their black jerseys, black shorts, and white helmets. Poland in their all whites. We'll have another shot on goal by Alex Cook. It'll go wide of the cage. 9:23 left here, first quarter. Poland up by a score of 2-0. And I believe this is going to be Mooney's first possession.
Yep. All right, let's go defense. Let's get there.
So Mooney now trying to work this one upfield. It'll be Zabel. Zabel trying to work to the far sideline. He'll send it up. Mooney will get it into the offensive zone for the first time today. It'll be Craven working one-on-one against Graziano. Dom Graziano now sending it down to the X to the far side. Rothenbuehler in front of him. Back up top for Mooney. And sending this one back over to Zabel. Zabel beat in the near side. Try to get to the inside, but he'll be shut down by Josh Maseko. And we're going to have a turnover. A whistle from the officials. Poland will get the ball. 8:37 left here first quarter. 2-0 is the Bulldog lead. As Craven now trying to bring it up the middle of the field. He'll take a bump. But he'll work to the inside, work around Maseko, get to the near sideline. He'll beat two players, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. On the Mooney sideline, on the Mooney bench, Rocco Zabel, the freshman, knocking Craven out. That'll be a turnover. 8:26 left here first quarter.
About a 30-pound and about a foot height difference, but that's how it goes.
Always.
I blame his mother for that.
Absolutely. We'll talk about that in a second because I think he got the short end. There's Desmond now with the ball. He'll send us down to Truella. Truella back to the X. That'll be Adam Varley. Varley working around the perimeter of the offense. He'll get it back out up top. Trying to work to the inside, work through the Poland defense. No go for the Mooney attack. Back down to the near sideline here as they'll work it back around. Noah Truella. Sending it back over to Varley. Varley, again, trying to work it around the perimeter, trying to find something to the inside. Nothing there. He'll have to be content to send this laterally over to Truella. Truella, the sophomore for Mooney, one-on-one with Craven, the long stick. And Truella again back to the X position.
Good job on the defense by Poland. I mean, they're giving them nothing. They're covering them very well. The exchanges are good.
So back up top, it'll be Graziano. Graziano working one-on-one against Maseko. And he'll have to send this over to Desmond. Desmond sending it down low. Errant pass, but it'll be picked up by Truella down in the far right corner. Excuse me, near right corner. Depends on where you're looking at.
I guess.
Left foot, right foot. Mm-hmm. So Varley now again from the X, trying to work around here, trying to find a shot to take. Had one there, he's going to take it. It's going to go in with 6:53 left here in the first quarter. Mooney cuts the lead to 2-1 on an Adam Varley shot. Adam Varley, a freshman.
He had a clear shot at the front, and I don't know.
It certainly looked like that's what they were looking for, working around the perimeter and just looking for that lane to take the shot
and
from the outside.
I think Ralph Mold got a little confused on the shot. And I really thought he was going to go high, and he went under. And he was in the goal looking like I can't believe he scored that. But that's part of the game.
Well, and a lot of it being a goalie is making a guess.
Yep, you're right.
So now it'll be Zabel with the ball. He'll win this one cleanly. He'll be chased down by Craven. Long stick working to the inside. Trying to take another shot, but he's going to be beat up by the Poland defense. That's the only way I can describe it. Flag finally coming in, and there's going to be a slash coming up against the Poland Bulldogs. Well, the question is, who was it on?
Which one? Because there was 3 Poland guys just beating a living dog thing out of it.
So the senior, George Malis, will serve the penalty for this one. And
lineman.
You could have picked any one, probably.
Yeah. You just picked, the biggest guy. I could read his number.
Truella now Up top, takes a shot. Mooney scores. 6:26 of the first quarter. It's going to be Dom Graziano on the man advantage, and Mooney ties this one up 2-all.
All right, we got to settle down in goal here. Ralph, you have to take your time here. Relax. Get on the balls of your feet. Let's go. You let 2 go. That's all right. Let's get it back now. All right, Mr. Mayless, you got to win this one.
Both shots coming from the outside there. Again,
Yes.
The slot area kind of open. Here's Mayless now. We'll send this one into the Poland offensive zone. It'll hit towards the sideline. And it'll be picked up by Mooney, but Mayless going to push him out of bounds.
That's a good job. Again, that's that lineman. I like it. Just beating the snot out of him, then knocked him out of bounds. That's a good job.
So as soon as the officials find the ball, we'll be good to go. 6:22 left here, first quarter. Got some whistles here. I think the officials are trying to do some housekeeping. Again, we apologize for usually we have video. Had a little technical issue with that today. But
I thought Jim was going to throw the camera outside, but it's okay.
Brady Desmond now. Send this. I believe that's going to be Truella, the sophomore. Again, working around the perimeter almost intentionally, as if they've seen something maybe on film. Try to work to the inside. Josh Maseko. Or excuse me, that's going to be Jacob Zura. Shut that down. Ball's going to come loose. Mooney will recover it. Adam Varley will pick this one up. 5:51 left here first quarter. A shot from way outside. Almost went in. Stopped by Ralph Mold. He'll step out of the crease, and he'll clear this one downfield.
That was using his head on that one, Jim. I guess that's what he stopped it with.
And there's an argument for helmets.
Yeah, I tell you what, that had to hurt.
Ball comes loose now up high. Caden Catcott had the ball, but now it's just going to be a scramble on the turf as we're going to have a whistle. And it's going to be Mooney's possession here. 5:24 left here first quarter. All tied up at 2, pulling out to the hot start. They go up 2-0. Mooney fires back and ties it up. Into the slot now. Pass can't complete the pass. It'll be picked up by Mooney. Work to the inside. Maseko and Zura shut him down. Craven now going to chase him down with the long stick. Zura going to knock this ball loose. Jacob Zura, the senior, working around, trying to find an option here. He'll send this one back to the defensive area. And it'll be Rothenbuehler now up the far sideline, sending it over to Connor Mold. Mold working to the inside now. He'll work towards the near sideline. Not sure what he was doing on the turf there, but
I think he was waiting to get whacked. He put the brakes on and spun the other way, so he didn't.
The anticipation.
Oh, yeah. He was waiting for it.
So Mold now against single high attack. He'll send this one over to Cole Eaton. Eaton couldn't handle the pass. Ball's loose, but he'll be able to recover it. Getting a little resistance from from a Mooney defender. He's going to lose it on the sideline. Looked like he had it, but
yeah, he had it, lost it, had it, lost it. That's all right. Got to calm down a little bit here.
Will Desmond, the senior, on defense on Cole Eaton as the ball now cleared down the midfield. Loose on the turf, right around the football 45-yard line, and will knock it back into Poland's offensive zone, but Mooney going to pick it up, and they will get this one out to Brady Desmond, and they're going to lose the ball on the sideline. It'll go into the Poland bench. 4:06 left here first quarter. We're all tied up at 2.
All right, let's go now. Now we got to just settle down, set up our offense, be patient.
Eaton now sending this to the far side. That'll be Zura. He'll get this one over to Connor Mold. Got a whistle.
Offsides.
And indeed, I believe the officials will say no go on that. So Mooney will take possession.
That's ticky-tack, though. He was barely over that line and stopped, and I guess he probably went to Mooney.
It's your love of officials, I can see.
Yeah, he probably went to Mooney.
Rocco Zabel now with the ball. He'll send it back out to the outside, out to Desmond. Desmond working one-on-one against Craven. He'll send it down to Truella. Truella working to the left of Ralph Mold. Shot on goal, and it's got a beautiful save by Ralph Mold right into the net. Mold now going to clear it down the far sideline. Tried to hit Craven with it, overshot him. And it's going to stay inbounds, picked up by Connor Mold. He'll save it before it goes out, 3:20. Mold now with the lane's going to take the shot, and it's going to be stopped. And a beautiful save by the Cardinal Mooney goaltender.
Great play by both teams.
B.J. Scott on the save for Mooney. Into the slot. Mooney taking the shot. Couldn't quite get his balance. Adam Varley, the freshman, again on attack.
Well, he had a Poland, and I didn't get the number. But he had Poland. It looked like Maseko was all over him.
Oh, Mooney tries to work to the inside. The Poland defense stands very steadfast. And Mooney shooting from the outside, getting their goals. Now as Varley from the near high side here. Send this one down to Truella. Truella behind the net of Ralph Mold. Send it back out to the far side. They'll slow it down. 2:26 left here, first quarter. And we're going to have a whistle. Poland going to take possession there. Craven in there knocked the ball away. Not sure what the call was on that one, Coach.
Yeah, there was two, Mooney and Will, and I just they gave it to Poland. He has a little adjustment. That was nice of the Mooney player, helping him out with his helmet.
Ball loose now in the Poland defensive side. It's going to head towards the Bulldog bench. Number's a little hard to see here. Shot on net. Ralph Mold with another save.
Yeah, Mooney's numbers with the black jerseys, and then they got boxed numbers in yellow, traced outside in yellow with red numerals. And from up here, it's really tough to get the right number.
Okay, so what I thought was 6 is actually 5. It's going to be Garrett Bogan, the junior, for Mooney. Do apologize for that. Azura now will send this over to Connor Mold. Mold in the far high corner. He'll stand by as Cook, Eaton, and Malis make their way to the field, but Poland going to take a timeout. 1:35 left here in this first quarter. We are all tied up at 2. You are listening to Poland Bulldogs men's lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
1:35 left here, first quarter. Poland and Mooney all tied up at 2. And it would be Connor Mold getting the first 2 goals for Poland. It would give them a 2-0 lead. Mooney would fire back as Varley would help add a goal on that, as well as Dom Graziano. That would give us our 2-2 tie, Coach, there. And, this was a close one to start the last time, and Poland kind of broke it up late in the second half.
Well, let's see what happens this time. Poland just got to be smart, and we always talked about it, turnovers.
So Connor Mold now from the far sideline will bring this one in. He'll send it down low. He'll get it out to the X. That'll be Connor Casey. Mold now with the ball again, back up high, single high attack. Eaton to our near side. Mold trying to work to the inside. Found Eaton. Nice pass across the middle, but the lane going to be taken away by Mooney. Ball lost. Still loose, and Connor Mold again will recover it. When we talk about Mold, probably the most natural athlete on the field right now.
Yeah, that was a great job. He spotted that, and he went right after that ball and got it. And now we talk nice about him, and he loses the ball.
Couldn't handle the pass from Cole Eaton, but he'll send this over back to Eaton. Eaton rotating around. He'll work around a Mooney defenseman. Shot on goal!
That's a great job.
Cole Eaton, 51 seconds left in the first quarter, gives Poland a 3-2 lead over Mooney.
He was very patient with that. He went to our side of the hash marks and then worked in front of the net, worked to the other hash, and then took the shot. He outran 2 or 3 of the Mooney guys. Outstanding job. He wanted it, and he took it.
So just under a minute left here, first quarter. Poland regains the lead by a score of 3-2.
Is our stat girl beating you up?
She is.
That's terrible.
She was going to hit me. She's getting more like her mom every day.
Oh, boy.
Our
male abuse.
One of our true favorites, Caitlin. And, you got to be a special person if you're putting up with Ralph and Connor at the same time. Justine was the only saving grace. Here's Craven now down the near sideline. Trying to find an option. Try to find Connor Casey. And he'll hit him. He'll bring it behind the net. Craven will head back to the sideline. It's been slow going there for the defense, so they'll watch this game from the sideline. Good problem again.
They got to put him on offense. They got to let him score. He keeps getting the ball down there.
25 seconds left here as Poland will slow this one down. They'll try for one more charge in there. Ball going to be lost. Here's Connor Casey. Couldn't handle the pass from Cole Eaton. Mooney going to pick it up. Going to be loose on the turf again. Eaton now working him to the sideline. And we're going to have a turnover as Connor Mold, with 14 seconds, will send this one to the middle. Eaton to his left. Send it back down to Cole Eaton. Eaton with 6 seconds left, trying to work to the inside. Takes the shot, but it's going to hit a Mooney stick and go over the cage. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Poland. We're on senior night. The Poland Bulldogs in the first frame with a 3-2 lead. Coach offensively, getting the shots off. Defensively, like the fact that they're taking away the lay-on the inside, but Mooney scoring from that outside perimeter.
Yeah, they got to, again, seems to be every game. They give them that front of that net, and you can't give them that straight shot at it. You got to force them to get some type of angles, and then that way it's okay. But they've done an outstanding job. I'll tell you what, a lot more enthusiasm, a lot more running around offensively, so they're looking like they did an outstanding job on that last score. So, and again, I see a lot more stick action by them, knocking the sticks off, the ball out of the sticks of the Mooney players. So, outstanding job so far.
Let's step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network. Catch all of the spring and summer action up.
Timeout. Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Chaos in the press booth as well as down on the field as we head to the second quarter. Poland with a 3-2 lead. We take a look at the scores from the first quarter. 5 goals here. It was 10-5 in his first game, but we're on a little bit of higher pace now as Connor Mold would get the scoring started with 2 goals, almost back-to-back here, 10:46 and 10:08 of the first quarter. And then it would be Varley for Mooney at 6:53 that would get the Cardinals on the board, making it 2-1. Graziano would add one at 6:26 of the second quarter, but Poland would regain the lead with just 51 seconds left. Cole Eaton would find the back of the net for the 3-2 lead. And we will switch sides as P.J. Scott will be to our right, Ralph Mold to our left. And Malis almost had this one. Ball still loose. He'll take the hit. Ball still loose as Mooney will get the possession. Rocco Zabel, the freshman, now working down the far sideline, trying to work around Craven. Takes a shot. Stopped by Ralph Mold. Close shot. And Mold, no problem with it.
Yeah, right in his net. I'll tell you what, watch the ball leave the shooter, and then he was able to get that. Good job.
He'll send this one out to Rothenbuehler. Rothenbuehler trying to get it downfield, trying to give it to George Malis, but overshot him. And P.J. Scott will let this one go out of bounds with 11:27 left in this second quarter. Poland with a 3-2 lead.
All right, now let's get back into our game, with our same game plan. Let's do what we got to do.
Cardinals now trying to work it downfield. Beautiful pass right down the middle of the field. be picked up by Garrett Bogan. Bogan trying to work around Josh Maseko. Ball's going to come loose. Flag on the play, and that's going to be a check. They'll give him a push. That'll be a 30-second penalty coming up. And
Looked like a clean block to me. Why do you call it a push? He drilled him.
Well, it seemed like a little bit of a delay on the call, and I thought he was going to get away with it.
I thought he should. Come on. He didn't push him. He gave him a little love tap.
Josh Maseko, the junior, will go to the box. Mooney go to the man advantage with 11:07 left here in the second quarter. Mooney working it from the right side of the cage, trying to work it around the perimeter again. Both their shots have come from the outside. Another shot from the outside, and it's going to go off the post. Mooney will pick it up. Carter Simons with the shot. Simons now again with the ball. Send it back up high. He'll get this out to Graziano. Graziano to the far side. We'll send it down low behind the cage. Varley. Now one-on-one with Nicky Blanche. Shot from the outside, and that one's going to go in. 10:29 of the second quarter. Another outside perimeter shot by Mooney.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking some long shots, and we got to stop those. I mean, there wasn't a lot of speed coming at it, and I don't know. There were some people in front, so all I could think of is he got blocked out of the shot. So
yeah, certainly a problem is you get screened from time to time.
Yeah. Ralph, he's getting better, but I think that can't say it was his fault because there was people in front of him. All right, there we go.
Poland going to win this face-off. They'll bring it forward. Cole Eaton now down the far sideline. First possession for Poland of the second quarter. Connor Mold against single high attack. You'll have Eaton to the far side. Eaton trying to work around Nick Zeno. And he'll take it all the way behind the net. Back up top, ball going to come loose. Mooney going to recover it on the turnover. Zeno, the senior defenseman with the ball, loses it as it's going to go into the Poland defensive zone. And it's going to be Jacob Zura. It's going to pick this one. But he'll work through three black jerseys and up the sideline. Looking like a wide receiver there, Coach, on a kick return. And it's going to be Cook with the ball. He'll be pushed out of bounds. Now we'll see what they're going to call this here. If they're going to let Poland keep the ball, or now they're going to say it's going to be Bulldog ball. 9:41 of the second quarter.
Yeah, I didn't. That was close. I wasn't sure what they were going to call. I thought it was going to be a push, as it should have been. We're making a lot of changes here.
So Alex Cook with the ball was near the sideline there, planted his feet, got pushed out. Max Scott making his way onto the field for the Cardinals. 9:41 as the clock starts to run. Connor Mold sending this one up high to Cook. Cook over to Eaton. Cook now the single high attacker. He'll get it down to Mold. And Eaton tried to send it over to Mold. It's going to be picked off by Mooney. They'll head into the offensive zone. That's going to be Dom Graziano with the ball. He's going to lose it. And it's going to be Nicky Blanche with the ball now. He'll send it over. Ball still loose. And a host of black jerseys trying to knock it away from Mark Len. And Mooney going to end up with the ball. And we're going to have a whistle. Just chaos down there, Coach. As ball went back and forth in terms of possession. And I believe
timeout.
Poland is going to take a timeout. 9:04 left here, second quarter. We are all tied up at 3. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network. Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to clevelandcobrasfootball.com, Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Coming out of the Poland timeout, 9:04 left here, second quarter, all tied up at 3. And we'll talk a little bit of halftime here. Got some football coming up this weekend as Dave Ferris, the coach, and I make our way to Warren, Michigan. The Cleveland Cobras, they will travel from the east part of Lake Erie over to the left part to take on the Michigan Gators. So Mooney now with the ball to work it down the near sideline. Toma with the ball. Send it down low. He'll send it back up high. That'll be Alex Safara. We'll talk about him too. Safara over to Graziano. Graziano trying to get it down low on the far side. Sending it in the slot. Tries to get it to Safara. Safara going to shoot and score. 8:39 of the second quarter. Alex Safara, the junior, gives Mooney the 4-3 lead.
Yeah, put it in the far corner. It got it in that on the net. He had a great angle on it and popped it in there. Ralph needs to settle down. He's got to forget about it. Our score was on. Okay, forget it. Let's go.
So Alex Safara, another hockey player here in the lacrosse world, plays for the Kent Cyclones. The son of Sherry and Joe Safara, two of the best people you'll ever meet. As we have a face-off now here at midfield, picked up by Mooney. That'll be Desmond with the ball. And the Mooney offense will set up with 8:32 left here in the second quarter. Send it back down to the X behind the net. And back up to Graziano. Graziano looking to take the shot. He worked to the inside, but it's going to go high and wide of the cage. 8:21 left in the second quarter. Mooney not looking to fight their way too much down low and near the net, just taking all the shots from the inside.
Yeah,
outside, excuse me.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're waiting for that net corner to get open, and they're rifling it. No problems with that.
So Safara now one-on-one with Zura. He'll send it to the far side. Safara trying to work to the inside, but Jay-Z will slow him down. Safara now on the cut. He'll send it to the near side, excuse me. Trying to work to the inside. We're going to get a whistle. And I believe we had a pick.
How could they call that in here when they don't call it in football?
Well, it's two different sports. Ball down the far side of the field is Connor Casey will be near it. He'll battle for it, but headed towards the sideline. 7:39 left here. And a host of everybody fighting for ball all over the place as the scrum continues. Cole Eaton, the closest one to it. It'll be loose now and picked up by Mooney. And Mooney now into their offensive zone, trying to work through the Poland defense. Nothing but white jerseys, and they'll have to slow it down.
That was 4-on-1, so that's a good job by them.
Alex Safara worked it downfield. They'll give Mooney the opportunity to set up. They'll work around that perimeter. Again, that shot has been an issue for the Bulldogs. As Safara from the right side, one-on-one with Craven. Some humorous stories I'll tell you about those two. As we all went out to eat afterwards after the last game here. Ball loose now. It's going to be picked up by Zura. Zura going to get this one over to Ralph Mold. Mold will come out of the crease and clear at 6:37 left in the second quarter. Craven now with the long stick. Not going to be able to handle this one. Safara going to knock it away, and I'm sure we'll never hear the end of that one. Ball to the far side is going to go out of bounds. Earl will have it. Went off the stick of a Mooney player. Couldn't get a number in it. Sometimes the coach, these numbers are a little hard to see with these jerseys.
Yeah.
As they're going to clear this one all the way down, looking for anybody in a white jersey. Still loose on the turf. Picked up by Sabrian. Sabrian with the spin. Takes a shot. Yeah. He's going to get it. Max Sabrian with the score. 6:12 of the second quarter. Ties this one up again at 4.
That was about a 55-yard pass. He got it. didn't give up on the plays, was spinning around. He spun to the inside, and the net opened up, and he took the shot. Outstanding job.
Max O'Brien, the freshman for Poland, ties this one up all at 4. As George Malis makes his way to the field for the midfield draw. 6:12 left here, second quarter. Poland 4, Mooney 4. Here on this final game of the regular season, senior night for the Poland Bulldogs, as we have a little bit of a delay of game here. And I think the officials are doing some. And I wonder if they saw some lightning, because I don't know if they don't look like they were headed to the locker room, but are we taking a timeout or? Okay, well, we'll keep this one right here, Coach. 6:12 left here. I'm going to assume somebody took a timeout, didn't get a whole real good signal from anybody. Nonetheless, remember, coming up this weekend, Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 Network will have minor league semi-pro football, as we will head over to Warren, Michigan, as the Cleveland Cobras will open up their 2024 non-league portion of their schedule against the Michigan Gators. And then the following week, they will head back to Michigan to take on the Detroit Ravens. And we had some
maybe a
issue on the field.
A little hot dog or something that came up during the game.
So this is an official's timeout, as somebody brought lunch.
Well, actually left lunch.
Yeah,
they brought it and left it right around the 30-yard line, but that's sometimes. So
in order to entertain myself, I will say that was Alex Safara, so that he can listen to this later. So the funny thing is, and again, we talk about the hockey lacrosse connections here with Alex Safara, Connor Mold, Will Craven, all former youth Phantom players. Connor Mold, Will Craven now with the Canton Akron Jets, and Alex Safara with the Kent Cyclones. He has been there. This will be his senior year coming up. And again, great young men. That sport really puts out some real gentlemen, and I can't say enough good things about them, even though from time to time Alex will drive me crazy.
Well, that's okay. That's what they're allowed to do. I like the idea that you get a lot of hockey players playing in lacrosse, and it's similar, but it's different. And the nice thing is things have changed. You know, when a Cheney team played a Mooney team, you didn't go across the field and shake hands, only when you had to, because that's how it was. But now these guys, because they play together, they're more friends than anything.
Well, and we'll direct this to something you and I did not have at this age, and that was the internet. So you didn't get you got to see people only at the game, but now there's that communication all the time, and There's times we go and we travel with these young men, and they know people from all over the state, into Western Pennsylvania, and even into Southern New York as we travel for hockey.
And you know what? It's such a nice thing, because you know what? As a coach, as a player, you know, you played or you've coached for many years, and then when you go and you're in another stadium or somewhere, and it's nice to have one of ours come in and.
I don't know who's cleaning that up out there, but you know what? They don't get paid enough.
Yeah, she has the gloves on, and we were able to pick whatever up, and we got her going.
But the rule is, if Will does lose to Alex, the problem is Alex will probably be my window, and he likes to call me Jimford. I don't know why, so I hear that voice outside my window of my house. Jimford.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But, yeah, I mean, it's nice when, you know, you see people out, and it makes you feel good when somebody comes up to you and say, hey, you know, do you remember me or whatever. So what's nice is these guys playing lacrosse together and hockey together. I mean, of course, I could definitely see me chucking somebody up against the board saying, hey, remember that score?
And again, I had almost forgotten, oddly enough, all three of them playing youth lacrosse for the Boardman program, since it was the only youth program in the area at that time. As we are underway, all chemicals and things have been removed. And Mooney now with the ball, Craven on defense. I believe that will be that'd be Brady Desmond with the ball. He'll send this one back over to Varley. Varley to the far side. Mooney trying to work it around the perimeter again. That is where their strong point has been today. 5:52 left here, second quarter, all tied up at 4. Zura on defense. This one will be picked up by Brady Desmond. Desmond to the near side, Craven in front of him. Send it back up high. Adam Varley with the ball. Takes a shot from the distance and finds the back of the net. 5:37 left of the second quarter. Mooney takes a 5-4 lead.
Well, when you don't have a defense in front of you and they're going to give you wide open right in front of the net about 25 yards or 20 yards out, I'm going to take that shot every time. We have got to button that up, and we got to get in there and bang these guys, especially when they're in that lane in front of the net. It's just, they got to get there.
You know, interesting dilemma. Poland playing a man defense on the perimeter, and when they're all out on the perimeter, nobody's in the slot here.
Yeah.
So if you find out just that one opportunity, as Mooney now will win this one awkwardly. Ball still loose, picked up by Poland, and they'll work it into the attack. With 5:30 left in the second quarter, Eaton dropping the ball, but he'll pick it up, working around the pick of Connor Mold. Alex Cook making his way to the field. Connor Mold feinting a shot. It's going to come out of the back of the stick of Cole Eaton now, and it's going to be loose, picked up by Connor Mold, and Mold now to the outside, looking for that lane. Nothing there. Mooney will shut that down, and Eaton from up high will slow it down. 5:08 left here, second quarter. Send it to the far side. Connor Mold back down to the X. That'll be Connor Casey. Casey out to Sabrian. Sabrian working around the perimeter. And a shot by Cole Eaton. And it's going to go wide of the cage. And it was a beautiful setup. Great movement by the Poland offense, but this will head out of bounds.
Absolutely. What a parking lot's awful full over there. They got something else going?
Multiple events going here tonight at Poland High School. And they'll have the music concert tomorrow as well. So busy times here at Poland High School. Mooney out to the far side, bringing it into the attack zone. 4:42 left here. Mooney on the rush, going to take a shot, and it's going to bounce over the cage and rebounded by Mooney. Varley with the ball as he looks for Safar in the slot. Couldn't find him. He'll get it out to Graziano. Graziano one-on-one with Josh Maseko. Maseko taking him to the outside, and Graziano will have to reset as he sends it to the far side for the Mooney Cardinals. 4:19 left here, second quarter.
That was a good job by Maseko keeping him off because he wanted to get in there and score.
Shot by Safara, and that's going to be his second goal of the day. 4:12 of the second quarter. Mooney takes a 6-4 lead.
I'll tell you what, they definitely like the bounce shot. I've noticed that on their scores, out of the 6, I guarantee you at least 4 of them were they bounced into the net. So Ralph's got to be aware of that.
So again, another perimeter shot for Mooney, not working to the inside much. As we'll have the midfield face-off. Brady Desmond taking the face-off against Malis. Malis, the senior, playing his last game. Almost picked up by Craven. He'll overrun it. And it'll be Mooney with the ball. Graziano now trying to work past the long stick defenseman for Poland. And it's going to be a shot on goal. It's going to bounce and go left of the cage. 4:01 left in the second quarter. Mooney with a 6-4 lead.
Poland's got to pick it up and get it back into our end. We're spending a lot of time down here.
Yeah, momentum switching back and forth. 10. That'll be Toma now with the ball. He'll send it back up high, down into the slot. Josh Maseko stepping in, and he'll redirect the shot. And that'll go out of bounds. And Poland will take possession. 3:42 of the second quarter. They trail Mooney by a score of 6-4. Mold now waiting for the whistle. He'll send this one over to Nicky Blanche. Blanche going to work it up the near sideline. He's going to have Zur in front of him. Graziano in front of him. He's going to have a player chasing him down from behind, but he'll drop this one quickly. Try to get over to Craven on the run, but ball behind him as he'll send it back down in the slot. Loose on the turf now as Mooney will recover this one. 3:20 here in the second quarter. Safara taking the shot from about 25 yards away. It'll go wide of the cage. Mooney will maintain possession. It'll be Varley that'll bring it in for the Cardinals.
And those long shots, I mean, it's paying off for Mooney. So
in an odd turn, Poland, the more physical on the inside, and Mooney just going to work it from the outside as Safara now send this one up high. Send it up to Zabel. Zabel to the far side, takes a shot, and that'll be Graziano from the far corner. 3:01 left of the second quarter. Mooney takes a 7-4 lead, and Mooney with all the momentum.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what's happening is when they have a one-on-one player on them, there's nobody else around. They're taking it to the net, as they should, because there's no other defense around, and we just have got to move around a little bit more. We got to start doubling up and sliding our feet and get there.
3 minutes left in this first half. Poland trails Mooney by a score of 7-4. Cole Eaton with the ball now. He'll work it down the far hash marks. Into the slot. Sobrian with the ball. Takes a shot. Max Sobrian with his second goal of the day.
That's a great setup. That was patience. That was absolutely wonderful. I'll tell you what, Cole Eaton had that and fed him. It was perfect. Perfect throw, perfect catch, right to the net. Outstanding job by Poland. Now, they got to win this face-off and come down. You got 2:53 left to the half, and get down there and get another one. Keep pressure on them.
Seize the momentum.
Is that what you call that?
That's what we'll call it.
All righty.
So, Mela's taking the face-off. Ball loose now as George will try to work this one around. A couple of black jerseys in there, and Poland will pick this one up. Excuse me, Mooney will pick it up. But the errant pass.
Here we go.
Over the head of Alex Safara. And Poland will take over possession. 2:47 left in the first half. Zura with the ball. He'll bring it in. Zura looking to the near side, but he'll opt to go to the far side. And I believe that's going to be Giovanni Beato.
Poland ball.
Yeah, a little confusion on the far side there. Ball went out of bounds here, but Cole Eaton will have it. He'll get the whistle for play. 2:22 left here, second quarter. Connor Mold now the single high attack. Send it back over to Eaton. And back to Mold. Connor Mold taking the shot. Going to be stopped by P.J. Scott. Scott with a nice save for the Cardinals. Ball now to the far side. Going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be Poland ball.
There we go. That's it. Keep it on this side. Keep the pressure on them. Buck 59. Let's go here.
Eaton now bringing it from the far sideline. He'll give it over to Mold. Mold again, it's single high attack. As clock runs here, 1:50 left here in the first half. Poland trails Mooney by a score of 7-5. Malis now with the ball. He'll send it over to Eaton, but it's going to be tipped by J.T. Smith. Eaton with the ball. Took a step like he was going to shoot, but thinks better. He'll work to the inside now. Has the lane, takes the shot, and it's going to be saved by Scott. Scott now going to clear this one to the far side. Connor Casey on defense. He'll have to send it back to P.J. Scott, who'll leave the crease. And try to get the ball over to Gina Bova. Couldn't handle it. Max O'Brien right on him, and he'll send it back to Scott. Scott working the ball out to Zabel. Zabel trying to clear this one all the way downfield. And it'll be chased by Mooney, but it'll end up out of the back. And I believe that's going to be Poland ball here with just 1 minute left in this first half.
Like to see him go down there and score another one. They need it.
So a back and forth affair now after Poland took a 2-0 lead.
Bless you.
Tried not to sneeze right in the mic, but
it's all right.
Nicky Blanche now with the ball to the near side. Try to feed this one up to Connor Mold. Couldn't connect on the pass. It'll be picked up by Mooney at midfield. Ball knocked loose by Connor Mold, but it's going to be recovered by Graziano, and we're going to get a whistle. And Mooney is going to take a timeout with just 36 seconds left here in the first half. We'll step aside for a timeout. You are listening to Poland Bulldogs Men Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
36.7 seconds left here in this first half. Poland trails by a score of 7-5. Good crowd on hand tonight here on senior night as Poland wraps up their regular season. Both netminders are returning to their cages as we wait for the whistle to play. Mooney with possession, leading by a score of 7-5. Again, we apologize here. Usually we have video for you, but some things just did not work out tonight. So we have a nice graphic. Overcast skies here, 76 degrees. Beautiful night here. Cool up here in the box here at Pavlansky Field. As Varley now from the low near corner will send this one back out to Safar. Safar had to go high for it. Alex Safar now one-on-one, send it to the far side. Graziano trying to work past Maseko. Looked for the spin, couldn't have it. Ball going to come loose, but Graziano going to have no problem recovering that on the far side. He'll get it over to Varley. Varley will lose this one. It'll go out of bounds with just 1.7 seconds left here in the half. And Ralph Mold will just let this one clear as we come to the end of the second quarter, where after trailing 2-0, Mooney comes back. They'll take a 7-5 lead into the locker room here at the half. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You are listening to Poland Bulldogs Men Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia1 network.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to clevelandcobrasfootball.com, Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world. Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Halftime continues here at Pavlansky Field as rain begins to fall and everybody runs for cover.
Yeah, we're trying to charge for press box. I figure $10 ought to be good. Or anybody who wants to treat us to dinner or some beverage afterwards.
Seems kind of expensive, but how much is it worth to you?
Exactly. Hey, we could get you dry and warm.
Mooney with the 7-5 lead over the Poland Bulldogs. Take a look at the scoring recap here as Poland would jump out to a 2-0 lead. It would be Connor Mold with back-to-back goals at 10:46 and 10:08 of the first quarter. And then it would be Adam Varley that would get Mooney on the board to make the score 2-1. Graziano for Mooney would score just about 30 seconds later, and that would tie it up at 2. Poland would take the lead into the second quarter as Cole Eaton would find the back of the net with just 51 seconds left in the first frame. And in the second quarter, Mooney seizing the momentum coach there as Varley would put one in at 10:29. And as much as it's going to pain me to say and what I'm going to have to deal with here, Alex Safara finds the back of the net with 8:39 left there in the second quarter. And then Max O'Brien would find the back of the net. The freshman at 6:12 would put one up for Poland. And that would be Varley, Safara, and Graziano. They would put in the next 3 goals for the Mooney Cardinals, and it would be Max O'Brien that would add one at 2:53 of the second quarter here. And Coach, this has been a game of momentum here. It's gone back and forth, kind of like a good boxing match.
Yep.
And right now, Mooney takes the 7-5 lead into the locker room. And again, game not over by any stretch of the imagination. But Poland going to have to find some way to slow down the shots from the perimeter.
Yeah, first of all, I'm very impressed with Max O'Brien. He has done an outstanding job. And you're talking about a freshman playing right out. He's in there with seniors and stuff. They've been playing for a while. So outstanding job by that young man. Absolutely. As far as Poland, they have got to tighten up in front of that net. They're just getting all those lanes up in front, even though they're long shots. There's nobody in front of them, so they've really got to slide over and start banging these guys and not go one-on-one. They have really got to tighten up their defense and not give them that shot, especially in front of that net.
Second half coming up here, just under 5 minutes left in this halftime. Rain seems to have slowed down here at Poland High School. We were expecting some rain today. We thought we were going to miss it, but a small band coming through here, and I don't think it's going to put no pun intended, a damper on anything here on senior night at Poland. And again, talk about some of the seniors here is tonight. It will be Jacob Zura as everybody kind of hiding up under the canopy here.
Absolutely.
With us. It'll be Jacob Zura and Gio Beato, Caden Catcott, Cole Eaton, Jake Rothenbuehler, and George Malis playing their final regular season home game for the Poland Bulldogs as they have helped build the program here, Coach. And we talk about the growth of lacrosse as the years have gone on, and now when you and I head up to a football game in Cleveland in the spring, we can see as we pass up places like Akron-Hoban that they are having lacrosse games up there. So again, it's becoming an alternative to football, but also a pretty exciting game if you like the combination of sports, whether it be soccer, hockey, football, even with the flags, something that people recognize.
Yes.
It really, and I don't know about you, but we've seen a lot of it on TV as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you travel the Ohio Turnpike, and on the right-hand side, there is about, there looks like there's about 10 fields, and you see a lot of youth lacrosse going on there too. So I'll tell you what, in Cranberry area, very nice fields, but you see a lot more college and that, and I see a lot more televised too. I go up on the ESPN, and I've watched Notre Dame, I've watched Penn State. Outstanding job. And I'll tell you what, you talk about some great football players that played it. Let's talk about Ernie Davis, Jimmy Brown. They said they were as good in lacrosse as they were in football.
Yeah, certainly. I heard Jim Brown was even better at lacrosse.
At lacrosse, absolutely. But how would you like that train coming at you, throwing a stick with that body who was a bad child at one time in the NFL? So that'd be a little scary watching that guy rumble down the court, and field, and you have to step in front of him and try to slow him down.
And certainly we look forward to the growth even more here at Poland as Kincaid Marakovic takes over the program in his first year with the Poland Bulldogs. And I think the young men have taken very well to him, and again, a learning experience for him as a first-year head coach.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's walking them halls saying, "Hey, why don't you try this, young man? Hey, you got to do this. And I'm hoping that's what they do. Obviously, you're recruiting amongst yourselves and walking through the schools, and he needs to talk to the younger generation. Always get in there with those 5th, 6th, 7-year-olds or however early they start, whether it's 5th, 6th, 7th grade, and get these guys motivated so they could step up in the high school level and check it out.
Yeah, and a prime example as you bring that up is when we saw Boardman, Coach Lenhart over there, actually coaching at the youth level and working his way up with that team, and they have become just a great program there, and a lot of young guys on that team. They've got a couple years to look forward to with that first group that developed as a youth team, and then I'm sure Boardman looking to carry that on as as any other program, like the football program and that have built.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know what their record now is, but they at one time they were like 12. I don't know what it was, something and 2. I don't recall what their record.
Yeah, last time they played Poland, after they beat Poland, they were 13-2.
13-2. Okay, so I mean, and that goes to show you when you get the youth involved and you get players young and get involved and get your system out there, that is what's absolutely wonderful, because as they grow, they know what the system is. And you two look like they're in here fighting papers. This is fun. We're having a good time on senior night. But I talk about that with levels of football, and I was on a podcast with Coach Burtis, and one of the things that he wanted to talk about, and we did, was talk about the job that my brother, myself, a couple of my brothers, when we were at Volney, how we would go up to Cheney and say, "Hey, what can we do for your program? What do we got?" And he instilled it, and he was very happy what we did there. So I see that happening. I saw it at Boardman, where it's exactly what they did. Coach goes down and says, "This is what we want. This is what they expect," and that's why they're where they're at now.
And certainly we look forward to more lacrosse coming up here as the playoff season will start. Fresh 12 minutes up on the board. Want to remind you, coming up this Saturday from Warren, Michigan, it will be the Cleveland Cobras making the 2-hour and 40-minute bus trip to take on the Michigan Gators. Yet to find any Gators up there, Coach, as we talked about.
We're going to look, but you never know it in Michigan,
But a phenomenal team up there. Cobras taking the challenge. And we had an opportunity to speak with Coach Adam Rogerson. And we'll bring you that this week, as well as the face-off coming at midfield. Malis couldn't handle this one. Mooney now working their way right down the slot, feeding out to the right of Mold, and he's going to knock this one away. May have gone off the post, but Cole Eaton now on the rush, working his way down, trying to get past Graziano. And Eaton now will send this one over to Connor Mold to slow things down as Malis will make his way back to the field. Eaton out to the near high corner. He'll send it back to the X. That's Connor Casey in place of Jason Ike tonight. Mold now one-on-one with Graziano up high. Malis with the ball. Shot by Connor Mold, and it's going to go off a Mooney player. And the Cardinals will pick this one up and bring it down the far sideline. I believe that was going to be Brady Desmond with the recovery. Connor Mold trying to knock him out of bounds. Ball loose. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will remain Mooney ball here. 11:04 as we just get underway here in the third quarter. I want to thank you again for joining us on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 network.
It was Alex Cook over there that created that mess to knock it out of bounds, so...
And we're going to have a change in possession. 10:55 of the third quarter. Poland will take over Craven. Now going to hit Zura on the run. Zura down the far sideline. Under pressure. Work his way past 2 black jerseys. He'll drop pass it over to Connor Mold as Alex Cook makes his way to the field. Cole Eaton now to the near side, working around the perimeter of the Mooney defense. He'll work around the pick of Connor Casey. Eaton now at the X. Looking for Malis in the slot. Couldn't get him there, but Connor Casey now with the ball. He'll send this back up to Connor Mold. Mold to the far side. Over to Cook. Poland being patient, taking their time. Poland working right to left on your dials, your devices. He'll take a shot back out to the X. That'll be Eaton. Eaton over to Connor Casey. Casey going to lose the ball, and it's going to be a turnover picked up by Mooney. That's going to be Graziano down the field. He'll try to work past the Poland defense, get into the slot, and Varley couldn't turn around to get the shot.
Yeah, his momentum carried on the side of the net and been behind, so that was a good thank God on that one.
Mooney now resetting their offense as Desmond will send this one back up high. Shot on net, saved by Ralph Mold. Rocco Zabel with the attempt, trying to set it down midfield, picked up by Connor Mold. Mold on the rush. Has some room to work. He may have to slow it down. He'll get over to Eaton. Eaton surrounded by 3 black jerseys. Try to get the ball back over to Mold. It's going to be tipped by a Mooney player and picked up by Connor Mold again. He'll send it over to Eaton. Eaton stepped in to take the shot, but Nick Zeno in his way. Eaton trying to work around Graziano, takes the shot, and it's going to go wide right of the cage, out of bounds. 9:01 left in the third quarter. Mooney with a 7-5 lead. And it'll be Zeno that will bring it out for Mooney. Long stick defenseman. And Maseko, Craven, and Cadcott will make their way to the field. Graziano with the ball now. He'll send this one back over to Zeno. Zeno trying to work it forward. And that'll be Bogan into the attack box for Mooney. Ball picked up now by Nicky Blanche, but he's going to lose this. Still loose on the turf, picked up by Mooney. Try to get it into the slot and try to get the pass over to Varley. Varley couldn't handle it, head out of bounds. As Garrett Bogan was looking for him right to the right of Ralph Mold, but couldn't complete the pass. It'll head out of bounds, and Jacob Zura will bring this one in. 8:29 left here in the third quarter. Mooney with a 7-5 lead. Zura one-on-one now with Safari. He's going to knock the ball loose. And Mooney now with the ball will get a whistle. See if we can get some kind of explanation. I have a penalty, I believe, coming up against Mooney. It would seem like it seemed delayed, and we didn't have a flag on there, but it's going to be a 30-second technical.
In football, that would have been a personal foul with a technical.
So Alex Safara headed to the box for the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals. 8:14 left here in the third quarter. Poland goes to the man advantage. Kind of an odd sequence there, Coach. I guess you can equate it to a dead ball foul.
Yeah, I don't know what the call was, so apparently there was something going on. And his coach went over and was talking to him. So
whatever he did offended the sensibilities of our officials.
Yeah, maybe there was a little bit I love you going on, and not quite that way, but could have been some, we don't know.
Connor Mold now on the high attack. He'll switch places with Alex Cook. Cook now up top, sending it over to Cole Eaton. Eaton back to Cook. As Eaton and Mold look for that lane to charge. Eaton with the shot, and it's going to go wide left of the cage. I believe that's going to be Zeno that got in the way. And should be Mooney's ball. As Zeno will bring this one in for Mooney. He'll clear this one down to midfield. And Mooney will clear the penalty. 7:36 left here, third quarter. Graziano down the far side now, one-on-one with Josh Maseko. Maseko had a great game last week against Canfield. Incredible footwork. As now Mooney trying to work to the inside. Going to take the shot, going to bounce around the cage and head out of bounds. I think that might have been Merrick Toma on the attempted shot. We're having a little trouble seeing these numbers, Coach. I don't know.
Yeah, Mooney's, it doesn't stand out real well. And they're real close together, so it's hard to see.
Mooney now working around the perimeter where they've had a great day. Shot on goal, and it's going to bounce and into the net. As Varley will find the back of the net. 7:10 left in the third quarter. Mooney takes an 8-5 lead.
Yeah, again, bounce in front of the goal, and everything's a bounce shot for the goal. And again, that seems to be their scenario. And instead of shooting straight at the net, which they've done a couple of times, but it's almost 2-1 on the bounce shot.
So midfield face-off. Baylor's trying to win this one. Cole Eaton stepping in. He'll pick it up. He'll take a shot from Desmond. We'll get a whistle. And Mooney will take possession. Cardinals now with the ball. Send it to the far side. Single attack up high for Mooney. Trying to work around Zura. Into the inside. Maseko stepping in. Craven as well. And they'll shut down the inside. For Mooney, they'll have to take it back out to the perimeter. Varley now sending this one over to Zabel. Zabel down to Bogan. Bogan to the X. I believe that'll be Brady Desmond one-on-one with Craven behind the cage. Trying to keep him on the perimeter is Craven, the long stick defensive midi. Varley now with the ball up high, working around the pick of Graziano. But Nick Blanche will step in. Again, we'll watch the middle of the field here as Bogan now. With the ball, we'll try to send this one up high. No problem, though. Mooney will track this one down. Cardinals will have to reset the offense. 6:06 left here, third quarter. A little bit of rain here at halftime, but it has since stopped. As Varley now one-on-one with Nick Blanche. He'll force him to send it down to Bogan. Varley now with the ball up high, going to send it laterally across. Safara taking a few whacks from Zura. He'll send it back over to Varley. As Blanche will tip the pass, and ball still be loose. Mooney will pick it up. Desmond still with the ball, again one-on-one with Craven. Works to the inside, and he's going to work around a couple defensemen, but Poland going to lock down that slot again.
Good defense by Poland. They're all over him. Now they're starting to get physical with him, which they needed to do.
Varley one-on-one with Blanche. Beat to the near high corner. Varley going to lose the ball, but he's going to regain it. I don't think Blanche saw it come out of the net of Varley. Varley trying to work to the inside, and it'll come out of the back of his net and picked up by Blanche. Nick Blanche working to the inside. Tried to get it over to Craven. It's going to be picked off by Graziano. And he took a shot, but I think it went off the stick of a Bulldog. Poland with the ball now, and they'll get it out to Cole Eaton. Eaton trying to find Connor Mold. Mold going to take a golf shot from about 20 yards out. He cuts the Mooney lead to 8-6 with 4:45 left in the third quarter.
But that's what they need to do, Jim. It's one-on-one like that, and he's going to the net. I mean, he stood back and he just rifled that thing. So, again, great job. Great job.
I say golf shot, but being that he's a hockey player, maybe that's the hockey shot.
It's more underhand, yes. It's kind of, I'm sure he will agree with you.
I believe that Matt Lipsack would call that a one-timer.
Here we go.
As Cadcott now with the ball on the face-off, trying to work his way down into the Poland attack. 4:45 left here, third quarter. Clock hasn't started yet. Having a clock problem here as Mooney will get the ball. Shot on net, going to go over the head of Ralph Mold. And Mooney will maintain possession. Clock finally got the running. 4:34 left here. As now Mooney with the ball to the left of Ralph Mold. Craven one-on-one with Merrick Toma. Toma now going to send this one down low. He'll get it to Bogan. Bogan down to the X. Blanche, one-on-one, taking the perimeter away. Mooney up high now. I believe that'll be Graziano. One-on-one with Cadcott. Going to find the lane, takes the shot. It's going to be stopped by Ralph Mold. Great save by the junior.
Again, bounce shot on the goal, and he was ready for it. He was down almost to his knees when he got that.
Ralph Mold coming out of the crease, going to bring this down. And after reset, he'll get it out to Craven. Craven going to work back to the near side. Tried to get it downfield, but he had his stick hit, and it's going to be a short pass picked up by Mooney. And Bogan taking a shot, saved by Ralph Mold. 3:25 of the third quarter. Could have been disastrous.
I'll tell you what, though, Ralph was expecting that bounce shot, and that's exactly what they gave him. He's learning now.
Working from low to high on that one. Working into the slot, takes a shot. Mooney going to sail this one to the right of the cage, out of bounds. Cardinals will maintain possession. 3:14 left in the third quarter. Again, if you're just joining us, we apologize. Had some camera issues here. We want to bring you all the action here on senior night here at Pavlinsky Field in Poland. Mooney with an 8-6 lead. Bogan now with the ball to the left of Ralph Mold. He'll send this one down to Varley. Varley at the X, one-on-one with Blanche. He'll send it back up high. That'll be Safara. Safara with the ball, going to have it knocked away by Craven. And it's loose in the slot. Craven finally going to pick it up, but he's going to have it knocked away by a couple of Cardinals. 3 black jerseys around him. Nowhere to go on that one as Brady Desmond will have this one. He'll take a shot, and it'll be Bogan going to go wide. We'll see if it's going to be Poland, but indeed it will be. Really nowhere near the net on that one.
Yeah, I mean, he was 5 feet to the right of the net, or left. Now, we got to get it down here, and we got to attack. We're right there.
Mooney with a 2-goal lead. They lead 8-6. 2:40 left here, third quarter. And the senior, Gio Beato, with the ball, fighting for it. In front of the net. Ball still loose. Picked up by Mooney. And it's going to be an underhand shot by Safara. 2:25 of the third quarter. Mooney takes a 9-6 lead.
Again, that was not good. We're dropping passes. We have got to get, and we're always down in our zone. We have got to get out of here, and we've got to push it towards their net. And you know, you give them time after time, you give them that.
So 2:25 left here. Third frame. Mooney with a 9-6 lead. 15 goals scored in their first matchup. 15 scored already. With 2:25 left here, third quarter. False start against Mooney, and Poland will get the ball.
Yep, we needed that one.
Cole Eaton waiting for George Malis and Alex Cook to make their way to the field. Connor Mold, single high attack. Send it back and forth between he and Cole Eaton. Eaton trying to work to the inside. And we're going to get a warding call against Cole Eaton. And that's going to be a turnover. Mooney will take over. 2:04 left in the third quarter. Mooney 9, Poland 6. Ball loose, picked up by Poland. Going to get a push from behind. We'll get a flag. Connor Mold still on the move. They're going to give him the delayed penalty. Mold trying to work around Bova. And he'll slow things down as Cook and Malis make their way to the field. Shot on goal by Cole Eaton. 1:43 of the third quarter. Mooney 9, Poland 7.
Now will that penalty now, is it because we scored, taken off?
That penalty will clear now. As there was a delayed penalty against Mooney. 1:43 left here, third quarter.
Number 8, Cole Eaton.
So we're getting better at this, Coach.
Yep.
George Malis, the senior, taking the face off. Midfield draw here for the Bulldogs. Cole Eaton with
great anticipation. He saw that coming, and he bolted and outran the Mooney defender.
So Alex Cook making his way to the field offensively for the Bulldogs. Connor Mold now going to walk this one down the 35-yard line with 1:26 left here. Try to get it out to Eaton on the pass. It's Malis. Malis with to take a shot, going to go high over. Connor Casey going to step up from the X. And he'll get this one back out to Connor Mold. So no harm, no foul on that one as Poland will maintain possession. Trailing Mooney by a score of 9-7. Malis tried to send this one over to Cole Eaton. Couldn't get it there. Got it to Connor Mold. Mold going to slide on the turf. Takes a shot. And I don't know if anybody knows where the ball is. I think P.J. Scott stopped it. The ball went up under the jersey of the Mooney netminder, P.J. Scott. He couldn't find it and pulled his shirt out and hit the turf.
I don't think I've ever seen that, Jim.
I've seen pucks get stuck in pads.
Yes,
I don't know if I've ever seen that in lacrosse.
Footballs get stuck in face masks, but I've never seen that.
So Bogan now working down the near sideline. Be lateral to the left of Ralph Mold. Graziano now from around the back. As we get a little bit more light here, clouds starting to crack a little bit. Mooney out to the near side. It'll be Bogan. He'll send this one back up. Shot on net. It's going to go wide of the cage. Alex Safara with the shot for Mooney. 14 seconds left here, third quarter. Mooney with a 9-7 lead over the Poland Bulldogs here on senior night. Mooney trying to work to the inside. Ball going to be knocked away. It's going to be picked up. I believe that's going to be Alex Zedeker with the ball, but he's going to lose that. Picked up by Mooney. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter here at Pavlansky Field in Poland. We're the Mooney Cardinals. They have a 9-7 lead over the Bulldogs. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You are listening to Poland Bulldogs men's lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Fourth quarter coming up here at Pavlansky Field in Poland. Bulldogs trail Mooney by a score of 9-7. Make some adjustments here for the fourth quarter. For Coach Kincaid Marakovic in his first year with this program, taking over for Dennis Schweers.
Who is in the stands today?
Who is here for the final game of the 2024 regular season.
Respect for his players and seniors that have played for him.
Now, if anybody knows Dennis Schweers, you know he's a class act. Great family. I believe we know his daughters. Yeah.
Sure do.
So, just about to get underway here. We have a whistle. A false start, but it's going to be okay. That's going to be against Mooney. Official kind of hesitated. I wasn't sure, but as Malis now will send this one over to Eaton. Eaton down the far sideline will set up the Poland offense. Connor Mold with the shot. Going to go wide left of the cage. Past P.J. Scott. Bulldogs will maintain possession. Connor Casey will bring this one out from behind the cage. Casey now looking for an option. He'll get this one out to the far side to Eaton. Eaton back up to Connor Mold again as the single high attack. 11:35 left in this game. Tried to get over to Malis. Malis couldn't handle the pass, and it's going to go out of bounds. A turnover for Poland. Mooney will take over.
Yeah, we're two scores down in the fourth quarter. We cannot afford easy turnovers like this. We have got to be patient, sure passing, and then take it to the net.
Caden Cadcott and Will Craven making their way to the field. Pass out midfield. Mooney will be able to recover it, pick it up, bring it down the far sideline. Mooney trying to work to the inside. Nobody there, though. Craven shutting off the lane. And a shot. picked up by Ralph Mold. Great stop by the junior. As he'll get it out to Zura. Zura will try to bring this one up the field. He'll get it to Craven. Craven looked like he was trying to hit Alex Zedeker on the run, but he's going to lose the ball. And Mooney now we'll get this one out to Zeno. Zeno working it down the far sideline and working it into the slot. I believe that's going to be Bogan with the ball. He'll be under pressure. Ball going to come loose. But Mooney going to recover. 10:34 left here in this game. Trying to work around the post. And a shot given by Ralph Mold. Ball going to come loose. Mold looking to get back into the cage. Was almost empty. Safar takes a shot. And he scores. 10:24 left here in this game. Mooney takes a 10-7 lead.
Yep, he got away and was right in front of the net. And that was just an easy scoop and throw.
Mooney goal, number 22, Alex.
So the Bulldogs now trail by 3 goals with 10:24 left in this game. Mooney looking to split the series as Poland picked up the win 10-5 just a few weeks ago. Ball loose, picked up by the Bulldogs. Bring it down the far sideline to the inside. Over to Connor Mold. Mold working around a long stick defenseman. That'll be Gino Bova. Bayless sending this one out to Cole Eaton. Eaton trying to work to the inside. Going to spin. Can't get anywhere. Have to find an option. And he's going to lose the ball. And it's going to be picked back up again by Poland. That's going to be Connor Casey, I believe, is going to get the goal. Number 12, Connor Casey, junior, puts it back to a 2-goal lead for the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals. And getting some contributions by a few new faces today. So Connor Casey and Max O'Brien having great games here so far.
Yeah, but right now we have got to win this face-off. We've got to keep it on our end of the goal, or field, excuse me, and we just got to take it to it.
So midfield draw coming up here, 9:50 left here, fourth quarter. Mooney with a 10-8 lead. Bayless and Rocco Zabel will take the draw. Stalemate here so far. Ball going to come loose as Zabel will push it forward. It's going to be an illegal procedure. Poland will get the ball, and they will put it in the very able hands of Cole Eaton. As Alex Cook comes off the Bulldog sideline. Mold up high. Mela stepping in. He'll work his way into the slot. 9:35 left here on a running clock. Eaton down and under the far corner. Spin move to the inside. Takes a shot! Cole Eaton with the goal, and we're going to have a flag also. 9:28 left. The goal will count. So we'll see if this one is going to be on Mooney. Cole Eaton with an excellent move to the inside. Cuts the Mooney lead to 1 goal. It's 10-9 now in favor of the Cardinals.
And we have a flag here down close to us at the 40-yard line, so we'll see what we got here.
See if we can pick up some audio from down on the field.
Wish we could. That'd help.
Well, the officials are going to congregate at midfield, talk things over, and see what the infraction will be. And he'll run over, pick up his flag, and
Poland goal by number 8, Cole Eaton.
so I believe they're going to say that the goal is good. So it's going to be a penalty coming up against Mooney. I believe that's going to be a body check. I thought he said 2 minutes unreleasable, and indeed it will be, as Rocco Zabel, the freshman, will head to the box. So Poland will be on the man advantage from starting at 9:28. Ball loose as Craven will pick this one up. He'll send it out. I believe that's Cole Eaton up the sideline, down the hash marks. He'll get it out to Connor Mold.
Here's our opportunity now.
So Mooney with a 2-minute penalty, unreleasable, as Alex Cook now will be the high player. He'll send it back to Eaton to Cook, and then over to Mold. Mold looking for that lane, but he'll get it out to Sobrian, try to loosen up the Mooney defense. Cook up high again, back and forth with Cole Eaton. Now back and forth with Connor Mold. Mold to Eaton. Eaton couldn't handle the pass, going to head out of bounds. Connor Casey, the closest one to it, and he's going to save it. Connor Casey, who just had the most recent goal, right before Cole Eaton. Shot on net, and it's going to be stopped by Scott. Loose as Sobrian with the battle for it, but too many black jerseys in the way as he had to battle Gino Bova for it. And P.J. Scott now coming out of the crease to clear this one downfield. He'll send it out on a short pass. Send it out to Desmond. Desmond up the far sideline. He'll run through Cole Eaton. Bogan now with the ball to the outside. Stay on the perimeter. Rothenbuehler one-on-one. Safar now to the near side. He'll be to the right of Ralph Mold. Jacobs are on defense. They're going to have to watch Safar work it to the inside, and there it is. As Craven going to get a warding call against Mooney. I believe that was Safar warding off Craven. As Craven will send this one out to midfield. Poland bringing it downfield. It's going to be Alex Cook. He's going to be chased down, but going to lose the ball. Going to take a push from behind. And we're going to get a whistle. Looked like Brady Desmond
Trucked them from behind.
Yeah, I guess that's the best way you can describe it now is Connor Mold. Now we'll have this one. He'll set it up as we have 7:31 left here in this game. Alex Cook now to the far side. That's Eaton. Graziano making his way to the field for the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals. Pass going errant. It was intended for Connor Mold. Still loose, going to go out of bounds. Believe that's going to be Bulldog ball with 7:14 left here, fourth quarter.
Got to be smart here. Got to be smart. Got to be aware of your surroundings. These guys are coming after him now.
Mold, the sophomore, will bring it from the Poland bench. He'll work his way to the high attack and send this one over to Cole Eaton. 7:04 as Eaton working around the perimeter. He'll send this down to the X. He'll be back to Brian to the near low side. Alex Cook sending out to Mold. Mold taking the shot, and he had an opportunity there. I believe it's going to go off the stick of P.J. Scott. I don't even know if Scott saw it. So sometimes better lucky than good, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it was right on the net, and he must have just hit it.
Connor Casey now bringing this one in from behind the cage. Get it out to Cole Eaton. Eaton back to the sophomore Mold. Nowhere to go for Mold. He'll send it back over to Alex Cook. Cook will take the shot and go high over the cage, out of bounds.
But that's what they have to do, Jim. They have got to go to the net. They've got to keep doing that, shooting. That something's going to get in there. Force the shot. Don't force the shot, but get the shot there.
So the outstanding sophomore Mold with the ball will send this over to Eaton. Eaton work to the inside. He'll get it back to Mold. Golf shot. Going to go wide right of the cage. Cole Eaton in his final home game as a senior here for the Bulldogs. Poland maintaining possession. Connor Casey sending it up high to Eaton. Eaton over to Mold. Mold's going to take the shot again and find the back of the net. 6:06 left in the fourth quarter. We are all tied up at 10.
That's a great job by the offense. That's how you do. Be patient. When they got the shot in front of the net, you take it. And that's exactly what's happened. They've had 5, 6, 7 shots at the goal. Something was going to go in and something was going to happen. So outstanding job. Now, defensively, we've got to be all over them and give them no lanes.
And we're old enough to remember, Coach, when Poland was down by 3 goals.
Yeah. Old enough?
Yeah. Seems like a long time ago now, doesn't it?
Don't say that. I can't do that. I don't want to age any more than what I am.
Midfield draw won by Mooney. Mooney clearing the penalty. Graziano now sending it down low to the near side. That'll be Varley. Varley working around the perimeter of the Mooney offense. Cadcott will make his way to the field for the Bulldogs. Varley one-on-one with Nick Blanche. Blanche, the long stick defenseman, And we get a whistle. I didn't catch what the call was. It was called by the official from behind the net. Craven will bring this in for Poland and send it out to Eaton. Eaton going to find Mold. Mold with the shot. Yeah! And Poland takes the lead. 5:37 left in the fourth quarter. Connor Mold, the sophomore, failing it now as the Bulldogs overcome a 3-goal deficit to take a 1-goal lead with 5:37 left in the game.
Now we got to play good defense. Let's get it back now. You still got a lot of time here. We know what happened last week, so now let's not let this happen again. Let's take it to them. We got to get some goals ahead here.
Of course, Coach referencing the loss to Canfield last week with 6 seconds left. Unfortunately, that on a turnovers we've talked about, something that's kind of haunted the Bulldogs, but
yes,
they have battled back today as Mooney will get the ball on the illegal procedure. Set up the Cardinal offense. 5:30 left here in the game. Rothenbuehler now pushing the ball all the way down behind the cage. Varley now from behind the cage to the right of Mold. Safara now from the high near corner will send this over.
They have to watch them long shots at goal because that's what they like to do.
Varley now from behind the cage again. Blanche in front of him. Blanche staying square with Varley, nowhere to go. And he'll have to send this one across the field. I believe that's going to be Bogan one-on-one with Rothenbuehler. He'll drop this one, looking for a pass to the slot. Nothing there. He'll kick it back to the X. 4:39 left in this game. A back-and-forth affair here between Poland and Mooney.
Outstanding job by the defense, too. They're staying on him. Look out.
Varley to the inside, tries to take the shot, and Mooney will score with 4:25 left here in the fourth quarter. Varley finding the lane, working to the inside, and the short shot for Mooney.
Saw that coming, Jim. He stepped around the defender, and he's went straight for that corner, and he got it. I mean, he was wide open.
22 goals scored here in this game, 15 in the last in April. So if you like scoring, you will definitely like this game.
Little bit more defense would be great right now.
Oh, if you're Roger Goodell, you like the offense.
Yeah, okay.
Poland with the ball down. We'll skip that one.
Well, that's what it's about for them.
And it's going to be Cole Eaton now. Near high attack. We'll send this one over to Connor Mold.
And we're throwing things. Our statistician she's just getting a little
lovely
bit.
Lovely Justine getting violent over here.
Yes, she's got to stop.
She gets a little. I think she has a vested interest in this game.
Is really?
Yeah, there's a couple of guys down there on both sides of the field, and I think she's a little biased. Cole Eaton to the far side now, slowing it down. Trying to work to the inside. Takes the shot, and he finds the back of the net. Cole Eaton working around the top high perimeter. Takes the shot. 3:46 of the fourth quarter. Poland regains the lead by a score of 12-11.
But now we have to play defense, Jim. Our defense has got to tighten up. We've got to get a turnover and get down. We've got to get another score ahead of these guys because we're just throwing haymakers at each other. Throw a right and then we're throwing a left.
Best way to describe it is Zabel and Malis will take the face off here. Zabel going to win this one. Craven stepping and going to slow him down. Looking for some help to the far side. He'll pass it over, slow it down. It'll be Rothenbuehler on defense. Bogan with the ball. He'll bring it around, looking for Varley to the far side. And he'll send it over to Varley. He'll be near low now with Blanche in front of him. Safara stepping in for the pick, but nothing going now is Varley trying to work around Blanche. Going to take the shot, and it's going to bounce high over the cage and head out of bounds. It'll remain Mooney's ball, 3:17 left in the fourth quarter.
They got to start beating Varley up because I'll tell you what, he's fast. He's not a lot of size, but he's got good speed, and he keeps getting around our defenders and getting an open shot. We have got to shut him down.
Mooney now going to bring this one back out of Safara. We'll send this one across field over to Varley. Varley one-on-one with Blanche still. Craven one-on-one with Graziano in the slot. We'll keep an eye on that. Blanche doing a great job there as Varley went to take the shot. Went off a player or a stick, and it went back to the far sideline, but Mooney will recover. So Varley again, far high corner. Takes the shot, and a great save by Ralph Mold. 2:30 left here in this game. Poland with a 12-11 lead over the Mooney Cardinals. Rothenbuehler trying to work his way downfield. He'll work through a Mooney offensive player. Rothenbuehler all the way down the sideline, not really known for his speed, and we're going to get a whistle. And I believe Poland's going to take a timeout. 2:17 left here in the game. Poland with a 12-11 lead. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You're listening to Poland Bulldogs men's lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia1 network.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
2:17 left here, fourth quarter. Poland takes the timeout. They're up by a score of 12-11. And again, we talked about momentum going back and forth. Poland overcoming a 3-goal deficit. They have a 1-goal lead now here on senior night at Pavlansky Field on the campus of Poland Seminary High School with Poland Seminary graduate Justine Carney. What year was that again? 2019.
The COVID year.
Seems like the year before COVID. She was 18-19. So
yes.
She just missed it.
Just missed it. Okay.
How lucky can you get?
See, I brag. I was a 76. That's the bicentennial year, so I can brag about that.
I was too, Coach.
I know you were. Shut up, Jim.
2:17 left here, fourth quarter. We are underway here, coming out of the Poland timeout. Eaton now from the far side. He'll have Mold up high. Eaton not really in a rush. He'll take his time. Try to loosen up the Mooney defense. So Eaton with a few feints like he was going to pass over to Mold. Mold takes the shot. Stopped by P.J. Scott. And he'll send it out of the crease. And it's going to be picked up by Zeno. Connor Casey on the defense, giving him all he can handle. And Zeno tried to send it over to his player, but he'll have to send it. He'll rebound it, send it downfield. As it will be Zabel with the ball down the slot. He's going to find somebody. Look for a man there. Had him. And I believe that was Alex Safara. Excuse me, that's going to be Brady Desmond that was the closest player. There's Craven now with the ball, sending it downfield. He's going to get it to Eaton. Eaton with an opportunity to work into the slot. Trying to find somebody with some help, but nobody could get there quick enough. As Zeno going to give Connor Mold with the ball in the slot. And it just went high, and you can see just by his reaction, he knows that was an easy one. 1:10 left here, fourth quarter. Poland with a 12-11 lead.
And we maintain possession, so we could just eat a little bit more of the clock. We got to be patient here. Force them to come to us.
Connor Casey to inbound it for the Poland Bulldogs. He'll have Zabel in front of him. Eaton now sending it back out. He'll get out to Connor Casey. Casey going to be one-on-one with Zeno. He'll get it back to Eaton. Eaton going to get tackled. I mean, Coach, it looked like it literally looked like a football tackle.
How did they call that Mooney ball?
And somehow or another, the Cardinals will take possession as they'll send this one down low. Rothenbuehler got in the way. Ball head out of bounds. We'll see whose stick it went off of. And indeed, it will be the Bulldogs' ball. 41 seconds left here in this game. Bulldogs with a 12-11 lead in what's been a very exciting game here so far. Back and forth as Zura. Now we'll send this back to Ralph Mold. Mold going to come out of the crease, and he's going to try to clear this one downfield. And it's going to head out of bounds off the stick of Nick Blanche. With 29 seconds left.
We got a timeout, Jim.
Mooney going to take a timeout. With 29 seconds left, we'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to clevelandcobrasfootball.com, Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
29.7 seconds left up on the board. Poland with a 12-11 lead over the Mooney Cardinals. Senior night here in Poland. Mooney looking to even this series up 1-1 this year.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you better have your eyes on number 11 because he's their to-go guy. We have just got to get this.
So Mooney with the possession. They'll bring it in from the far sideline. Send it up high. Take the shot. It's going to go high over the cage. With 17 seconds left in the game, Mooney will maintain possession.
Look for 11. He's coming out. We've got to keep an eye on him. Farley's he's just tough and he's fast. Look out.
So work it to the inside. Poland defense standing strong. Shot on goal, but it's going to go wide of the cage with 7 seconds left. And again, we learned this from last week versus Canfield with 6 seconds left. It's not over. As the clock started to run here, we'll get a stoppage. They'll reset the clock to about 7.6 seconds. We'll see if we get it. We can hear the official.
8.7.
Doesn't seem like much, but it's an eternity when you're trying.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
You need one goal. So Mooney now going to inbound this from behind the cage. 8.8 seconds left. Trying to work to the inside. Varley takes the shot, and it's going to be knocked away by Ralph Mold with 0.6 seconds left. And it's going to be barely enough time to inbound this one as Mooney, one knocked away by Rothenbuehler, and the Bulldogs get the 12-11 win in regulation. They improve to 5-7. And Mooney will drop to 5-9 on the season as well. Final game of the regular season for the Poland Bulldogs. They pick up the win over Cardinal Mooney. And poor Justine wrote down all the goals, all 23 of them.
I'll tell you what, Jim, that was an outstanding game. But you know what? I'll have to tell you this. Poland wanted it worse. And that's just how it goes. But great game, both teams. Mooney came out, and, I mean, they really took it to us. But that's there's your turnaround for Poland. That is a great game. That gets them in the right direction. End the season with the win against Cardinal Mooney. That's something that you look forward next week and next season.
Yeah, certainly a big win for the Poland Bulldogs. We're going to step aside for a timeout. We come back. We'll wrap it up here from Pavlansky Field in Poland. You're listening to Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to clevelandcobrasfootball.com, Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Back here one last time at Pavlansky Field as we wrap it up here. Final game of the regular season for the men's lacrosse team here.
We brought the Bulldog.
Yeah, indeed, that is a resident of the Mold household, ironically enough, there, brought in by Caitlin Mold, as everybody exchanges pleasantries over here at the bottom of the stands, as tradition here for the Poland Bulldogs. And again, Coach, an exciting game here. We saw Poland fight back from a 3-goal deficit, and that really shows some maturity and some growth as the season's gone on.
Yeah, and it's fun to finish the season out with the win. During senior night. Not only that, hopefully the momentum carries us into the playoffs. Tribute to the coach, to the players. Man, they just did not give up, and they scored when they needed to, and they did an outstanding job.
Yeah, certainly a lot of relationship here between Mooney and Poland, as everybody kind of knows everybody here. Again, the internet makes the world a very small place, and of course, I want to take an opportunity to give a little bit of shout out there to Alex Safara. I joke with him a lot here, but a great young man, son of Sherry and Joe Safara, and you can't say enough good things about him. But he'll still be in search of that first one, and I don't have to worry about him lurking out of my window in my house, whispering my name.
Yeah, but I also want to shout out to your son, Will Craven, did an outstanding job. Number 22, he's down on the rail, never looks up at Dad because he never knows what Dad's going to say. So outstanding job to Will, his team, and I'll tell you what, he's not a big guy, but he knows how to mix it up. But hence, that's the hockey mentality.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun, and I'll tell you, we look forward to
when you're not wanting to
staying busy with them. Yes. Before we go off, we want to go off area. We want to tell you that we're going to be bringing you football this Saturday as we head to Warren, Michigan. The Cleveland Cobras will make the 2-hour, 40-minute bus trip to take on the Michigan Gators. That will be their first action of the 2024 season. Although the Michigan Gators will be in the second week of their regular season, the Cobras accepting that game to fill in for the PFA schedule. And certainly we look forward to that. We will be on the air at 6:30 from Warren, Michigan, kickoff at 7 o'clock. So from Pavlansky Field here in Poland, for the coach, Bob Gessler, for Dave Ferris, listening to us back here and keeping us kind of tuned in, I am Jim Craven. We thank you for joining us here all season long here for Poland Bulldogs men lacrosse. It's been a lot of fun here as head coach Kincaid Marakovich wraps up his rookie coaching season with the Poland Bulldogs. They will finish the regular season at 5-7. Again, join us Saturday, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Again, for the coach Bob Gessler, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us. We hope that everybody has a fantastic night and an even better week.
Good night, everybody. Have a pleasant evening.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.